Like all time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, and entertainment. So stay with me for the next 1 hour. Yourself can be part of the program today by way how you can send a text message to the number 0779819881. The number again is 0779819881. And Seth, you can go now with Facebook page with the stream live. Today, inside the program, I get with me the Director of Communication, Education, and Training for the Human Rights Commission, when Richard Bayo. They also for can talk about the report where them pull this BNTM for sake waiting me happen na Makeni. Go tell family I do as I go join them back shortly.
Yes, family Mona, good afternoon.
Okay, continue for day with me inside the studio as I go join you shortly. We go take with first issue inside the program this afternoon. The managing director for Oriel Insurance Company Limited, Raymond Macaulay, say the company don't organize a essay writing competition for primary and secondary school picking them for appreciate well body workman them where they work and the fight against the coronavirus in the country. Raymond Macaulay talk this in our meeting where then go give different prize them to the school picking them. We been take part in this competition as is saying about 40 school them in take part in this competition. Outside the theme where them in talk about are celebrating our fearless and dedicated frontline workers risking their lives in the fight against COVID-19. Radio Democracy Yenokabia gets more and he go now reports.
From where the coronavirus come na salon, plenty people and institution them don't they support government participate and one set of people where people don't they forget by the coronavirus fate. Now the well body workman them where they young work important by the coronavirus fate. And there is the Amic Oil Insurance Company Limited inside May this year be organized one essay competition for primary, junior, and senior secondary school picking them na different parts them na the country on the topic celebrating the fearless and dedicated frontline workers risking their lives in the fight against COVID-19. Raymond Macaulay, now the managing director for Oil Insurance Company Limited, explained.
A total of 40 participants participated in this competition, and about 8 were from the primary school, 13 from the JSS, and 19 from SSS. So we had a total of 15 and 40. The essence of this essay competition is to appreciate our frontliners, those who are risking their lives so as to save this nation. And doing it alone would give us some success, but our intention is to involve the young people who are the future of this nation. And they, as Mr. Pearson said, to build their capacity and also contribute our own little bit to development of education in Sierra Leone.
Mr. Macaulay continues say they organize this essay writing competition because they want to appreciate the well body workman them for the role where they don't play by the coronavirus where they now in the country.
We realize that our frontline workers, even though government is doing that more, providing health insurance or life insurance, we as a populace, we have not vividly demonstrated appreciation for them, so that the essence of this competition is for them to know that the people of Sierra Leone appreciate them, and as a result, that is why we requested for an essay competition that primary school and secondary school children will vent out or will write what they think about them. The company is grateful for your response, and seeing what is going around, I must say it is a success. The competition was done in a fair and transparent manner. I mean fair and transparent because we actually excluded relatives and children of members of Oil Insurance Company. So it's purely people that are not directly related with the staff. We chose a renowned educationist,
Nathaniel Pierce. Now the person will be mark this essay writing competition where picking them be do for frontline workman them and be get this for sale.
I am happy to have been anchor in this competition. What has continued to baffle me is the result that comes out each time one has to do this kind of competition, whether it is spelling competition among early graders, essay competitions or poetry competitions, there is a message that is coming through to us each time it does happen. The sample size might be small, but the recurrence of it, even though we might say it's good but doesn't sound too good, we seem to have or to be getting more attention from private schools than from government-assisted schools. And of the government-assisted schools across the country, you can't count more than 20 that will always take part in such competitions. But one thing is good, and that is there is potential. Getting through these essays from primary school to SSS, you are faced with a vast array of experience, very wide, very broad, and it shows that the children understood the question. They did understand what is going on. And I was pleased to note that even where you identify that they consulted similar sources, they were able to customize, they were able to put their individuality into their writing. It was really a very good experience. At the SSS level, I was particularly pleased with the quality of the writing, some amount of sophistication, use of idioms, etc. It was just wonderful. It's a pity we cannot get anything to be at this.
Claudius Taylor, where they attend the Sierra Leone Grammar School, and I want to winner them for this essay writing competition.
The way I wrote my essay was quite interesting. I started off with the first paragraph. It was a build-up towards the appreciation and the gratitude towards them. I expressed the coronavirus as one which has really affected the world at large, and without them, especially in Sierra Leone, we do not have that much of a serious case compared to other countries like Italy or the UK or the United States. So I really gave them a thumbs up.
Raymond Macaulay end up say OL Insurance Company Limited will continue for support government and the well body workman them by the fight against the coronavirus where they now na the country for Radio Democracy. Kabia the report.
The program we still listen to on a midday show and it come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You self can be part of the program this afternoon by way how you can send a text message to the number 077-981-981. The number again at 077-981-981. Earlier on I tell you say I get with me the Director of Communication, Education and Training for the Human Rights Commission, when Richard Barrio. A day also for can talk about the report with them pull na do this BNTM for seka waiting me happen na Makeni this BNTM. You go first of all tell we waiting the inside this report, waiting the report the but we una pull so.
Yes, family una good afternoon again. The commission, I'm sure for the we know, now a commission we established by an act of parliament sometime in 2004 and it began effective work in 2008. It actually kicked off in 2007, but effectively began in 2008. And the main mandate of this commission is for protect and promote human rights as it is inside the act we established this commission. Fambulem, in monitoring, in a protecting and promoting human rights, we get the responsibility for monitor, we get responsibility for inquire into, and a lot of other things where the act itself provide. On the 17th of July, we get regional office. Now, Makeni, we get Deputy Director of Regional Services. We're the head of the office, and again in staff. On the 17th of July, then call we and raise concerns about what happened to Makeni, that Makeni they in a turmoil. So then tell we and then tell the commissioners them. But being as it is, we get very proactive commissioners. Frankly, they don't see them because they don't want them say. They don't let person can't tell them say, now so then say, let make them safe go na the ground for let them say exactly what they unfold na Makeni. So then left, then safe go na Makeni, two of the commissioners them. The vice chairperson, no less a person but the vice chairperson, Commissioner Victor Lansana. Now himself grab, he go together with the oversight commissioner for regional services, Hassan Sambayaja. Now then two go there for go actually see what they unfold na Makeni, so they will get first-hand information, not to second-hand. Where sometimes it will be adulterated already. So for letting get first-hand information, then self go on the ground. On the 17th, we officers observe a lot of things. And now that make way the commissioners, then after we don't observe, they don't get the findings, do a whole lot of engagements. They engage several people them na Makeni, where they of course then talk to the Makeni mayor, when Sunkari Kamara, then talk to the local unit commander of Makeni, of Erugbane police station, then talk to the doctor of the government hospital in Makeni. They engage him on the incident, then talk to the deputy, to the assistant, to the AIG winner CSP Lansana Kuruma, then talk to him, then talk to the Inspector General of Police winner AIG Sovula on phone, then I also talk to the security guards we be at the SLP party office, because commissioners they see, because they go see firsthand the damage on the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank and the damage on the Sierra Leone People's Party. So they go engage officers in the Sierra Leone People's Party, then talk to them, and they also go to the deceased families them. The family we lost them people them, the family of the deceased, then go engage them. And they even engage the security guards at ETSA for letting get first-hand information as to what they actually obtain na Makeni. So when they come back, then we all come, we sit down together as a commission, together with the report when they send from Makeni. We prepare a report because the commission thinks, not only the first killing, there's several other killings we don't call, but the commission thinks if we come out to this report, wait for the gradually lead we to something else subsequently, because the commission give you authority for the act, give you authority for inquire into, and if possible, do an inquiry, public inquiry. We are authorized by the act for do that. So gradually, this one, they tell the public, say, yes, indeed, the Human Rights Commission will see, will watch, we know what's happening. Then we could decide for this report, we look at them and decide for Brancam to the public for letting know what we go see.
Okay, so why Tsunami they do this report here? So why Tsunami they do this investigation here? So what are some of the findings we the commission fail not but we be happen?
Yes, thank you very much. The commission actually came out with 5 major findings. 15 major findings. One of them, we obvious now that the Freetown, the Makeni City Council, they may actually get a meeting with the Ministry of Energy and ETSA. That's one, clear. They may actually get a meeting. And of course, we know this thing only go around, so we obviously know what in this round been there about. Now about the transfer of 1.65 mega machine, a thermal plant to Lunge Airport. Let me lead to this trouble where they plan from Makeni power station to Lunge. Let me lead to this rift. So ideally, there was a meeting on the 29th of May, 29th May. A notice was sent. They sent a notice to the mayor na Makeni City Council requesting for an engagement on the 30th where he honor. So then go and get the meeting. Himself, together with members of the city council and some other stakeholders, then go and get the meeting. That's one obvious finding where we actually find out. The other thing is, after the engagement, we also find out that indeed, yes, the mayor fall ill. He contract corona. So he fall ill, then Brancam Freetown, he be hospitalized for a couple of weeks. And when he come back, no other person not take over after him for ensure, say, what he promised. Because one obvious thing again we'll find out, now that he agree, say, then we'll go with the thermal plant to Lunge. But then he say go get back to him people and for tell and say this is the position of where you don't take and this he plan for do and about the thermal plant. Because he's sick, he don't be able to get back to the people them. So it was obvious that because you don't get back to the people them, to the stakeholders them, you need to get back to the Ministry of Energy and to ETSA. And again, obviously, you need to get back to the people of Makeni for letting them know say this now in stands. That again, I want to be obvious. We'll find out. Another thing is, on the 17th, prior to the 18th, we've been getting serious fracas between the police and the youth them. Now that on the 17th, the night of the 17th, we officers in Makeni, we actually see youths on motorbikes with megaphones. They go and announce that the township say, "Una come out, youth man, una come out, una come. This thing they one can take with thermal machine. Let we come out, let we come out." And ideally, according to officer, the number then grew and they were plenty in number. We come out for prevent the removal of the thermal plant from ETSA power station at Makeni to Lunge. Now, one time the way again we find out. Also, now that we find out say then go destroy the. Of course, just like I said just now, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. We commission then go see visible damages on the building. And also when the SM party office, they enter the party office, they see damages to the party office and to then to Sierra. The other thing the way I think the public they need for know now that this now be a joint force, not just about the Sierra Leone police. Now a joint force. Now about the Sierra Leone police and our SLAF. Or let family they know this one. Now about the Sierra Leone police and our SLAF, because our SLAF self be involved in this. And also we find out say on the early morning, of course, on the early morning of the 18th, now in this entire thing fracas begin. This peace, this what they call between the police and the what they call it. Then we commission and go to the hospital. Then go to the hospital. Then go engage the doctor. They ask him. Then go show them the cops. Then say go and see the cops them and then see the wounds on the cops. So they ask the doctor. Then wounds here. So you sure say this na knife or na stone or na stick or na waiting. The doctor tell and say na gunshot wounds. And because we think say the doctors are professionals, they don't go lie. I'm sure they don't go lie. They don't see the wounds. They don't see na gunshot wounds. We self-confirm now says indeed because they come from them. We say na gunshot wounds. And obviously, who don't even get the guns? That again, the investigation will come out and tell we who don't even get the guns. The police, our SLAF, civilians, or who don't even get the guns. The police they come and can't tell the investigation will come and tell you who that. Now that make way, in fact, we take with them. We make way to put emphasis on the police. Now because when it comes to internal security, now the police are responsible. Soldier they go only come inside if they evoke MACP, where they find out the things really, really serious. Now that make it find out in recommendations. What to recommend now that subsequently police not to all activity, not to all events, not to all incidences, they would include soldier man in it. Except that way they beyond their control where they really need external person who can give them support when like they evoke the MACP. But not to all kind of funny right way they go for contain, they will come inside. And another recommendation will come with where I'm sure that make question telling the soldier man involved or what now that we ask them.
Director, we'll come to the recommendation then later. So during this term here, so where the commission go get fact finding on the McKinney issue, would that them be part of this investigation?
No, we do independent of any other body, not just the commission. Not just we commissioners and we own staff. Devoid of any other body. Now we own commission investigation because we wanted it to be very independent of any other body, not just the commission. So we'll come out. What about come out with? We'll come out with what in the commission see. Not what in the commission see in collaboration with other body. No.
Okay, so make we go take another issue as I will join you back shortly inside the program. The Director of Operations and Service at the National Civil Registration Authority, Abubakar Javombo, say the National Civil Authority and Vital Statistics Progress go help government know the correct number of people them within the country we go help them for put proper structure them in place we go benefit all man. It talk this way National Elections Watch together with other civil society organizations get with NCRA with support from the European Union for make them know the importance of the civil registration and vital statistics. Princess Piers gets more and go now reports.
Inside June 2016, Parliament been passed the National Civil Registration Authority Act to law. With this law, go allow NCRA for do civil registration for citizens them so that then go be part of the national database system. For sake of this, make NCRA, National Elections Watch new and other civil society organizations them don't begin get training on the civil registration and vital statistics. Abubakar Javombo, now the Director of Operations and Services, now the National Civil Registration Authority, starts for talk about the civil registration and vital statistics process.
So if you look at the definition of the civil registration is a continuous permanent compulsory and master record of the occurrences and characteristics of vital events. It begins from marriage, birth, death, and the whole lot of other things like adoptions. From that, we register you are adopted, you are incorporated, we cover marriage, divorce, and people when you die, we get all those details of you. It is compulsory. Besides some registrations that are voluntary, but for the civil registration is compulsory because we want to know the number of people that are resident in the country.
But how this process important? Abubakar Javombo be explain.
Government to take certain decision, it has to be based on the number of people that are being listening, taking decisions on health during emergencies. If you have a database in those in our database, you do not need to score it low. Like if you have this particular system set up before the automate incident, you do not need to score how many people die there. You just key in the database how many people are arrested that particular area, and will come out with it. It is universal, that it takes everybody. When you register with us, it gives you a legal identity. Wherever you go, you have an identity on your own.
The National Elections Watch new na one party body dem wey responsible for monitor but election business na the country, wey dey work get for do with data, wey dis make the chairperson Marcella Samba say this process important for the work.
That's the value for development planning, citizens engagement, record keeping, and data for development would stem from that national database. So it becomes very much pertinent for any institution that will be working with numbers and will be working with citizens. And so, if National Elections Watch in its operation will be working with citizens, will be working with numbers, it is but relevant that we also understand what the civil registration and vital statistics data capture would mean.
As dem no dey give support to different election body dem for say the 2023 election be free, fair and credible, make the International Aid Officer, Governance and Civil Society Section Delegation na the European Union, Mfa Kagbo, be assure the National Elections Watch new, say dem go continue for support them for say dem do the work proper one.
Training that is relevant to what we want to see in the country and also in all the democratic processes that the EU is heavily active in, coming from different parts of the country, to be here with us, and will continue to be your most reliable partner.
This training will support civic education for National Elections Watch new and other body them, so that they will know the importance of civil registration and vital statistics in the country. For Radio Democracy, Princess Pias the
Plenty thank you to Radio Democracy Princess Pias for that report the way do for we inside the program. If you just tune in the program where you listen to on a midday show and it come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will go for a short music break, and when we come back the program will continue.
La 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 la. Hey brother, hey sister, this life is not easy. Small small, not to rush. Money no day today, it go day tomorrow. Your plans no work today, it go work tomorrow. Brother, I know say you dey feel sad, oh. I know say things are really bad, oh. But this one go surely pass, oh, away. One day we go smile, happy face. As long as you live, everything will better. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. Keep it ready. Everything will better. One day, hey, we go party together. Everything will better. One day, we go party together forever. To the dip, put your hands up. To the dip, put your hands up. To the dip, tonight you party. We know they call nobody. Tonight you party. We know they call nobody. Listen, we go rise. We go shine, we go come back strong, hold tight. It go hard sometimes. Keep your head up, brother, hold tight. What you God don't keep for you, you don't know, yeah. You don't know. Thank you for keep yourself from trouble. Yeah. No day today, get tomorrow. Your plans no work today. It go work tomorrow. But I know say you don't feel sad though. I know say things are really bad though. But this one go surely pass so away, away. One day we go smile happy face. As long as you live, everything will better. Everything will better. Hey, we go party together. Everything will better. One day. Hey, we go party together. One day.
Plenty thank you to Famous we do for with a song they inside the program this afternoon where it call Better. The program where you still listen to a midday show and they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Before we go for that short music break there, the Director of Communication and Education and Training, they talk about the findings, where we go continue with the findings. But before you continue with the findings, how cooperative people be in terms of where una go for go do una findings them in a McKinney? How people
well, honestly speaking, the fact that we even get an outcomes from the findings means they cooperate with we. Whereas for don't just can't see we engage people, we engage the person, you not tell we nothing. But all of them will engage, tell we something. That make way, as I say, Jason, I say we even go now the government hospital. We talk to the doctor. If you're not for tell we anything, for don't just come out and suffer. But he tell we, he talk to we, he ready for tell we, we tell the situation of the one they wait and die. And the findings now again say about 6 people them then die in all. 4 die, 5 die at the instance. We say we didn't carry them body and go now the hospital. The one die now, way after you don't go, I think say if you know the bill something profusely, then rush to the hospital, he die. That make the total to 6. And of this one, the police arrest all 51 people them. Now the way the police they arrest. And according to the police them, which they tell we, they say the one that they arrest, some may get sticks, some may get stones. Among the one that they arrest. They don't tell you say they get guns. They say they may get sticks, and them get stones where them all na the hand whilst them in the move on. And we also notice say that we are roadblocks for enter McKinney. We get roadblocks. Then put bone tire them, block the roads for enter McKinney, and we impede some other people then free movement on that day. We observe that as well. They will notice say there was curfew where the Sierra Leone police being declared na McKinney. Where even at a point I will proudly say that we commissioners will be on the ground, then we engage the IGP, and the IGP, then call on the IGP on the phone, then tell them about the curfew, and I think they be accept for make them lift the curfew, because they tell you the curfew camp, there been some crucial that we put them need for go get them daily bread, and they living, so we can get for lift the curfew at the time. This now basically what we actually find out from all of these engagements where the commission do with the people and way I just say they engage.
Okay, Director, now human rights and human rights violation and human rights abuse. Now one thing we done they happen plenty time. What thing the commission they do in terms of that?
Well, you don't call towards you say human rights violation, human rights abuse. The first thing is people don't get for know within a violation or within the abuse. The violation they occur when somebody where government they pay that you tax when they take from you small money, little money. When they pay into government coffers, when they take that money they for pay that kind of person for do national work, for ensure say you are protected or something else, you are safe and all of it. Then government officials. So then one in then they violate people's rights. Abuses they occur between 2 private individuals. And that make we act, the Human Rights Commission act. Now the challenge that we'll get with the act. Because the act, they only narrow the work of the commission to human rights violations. However, that can stop we for take actions on abuses. We can take and dynamic we get in the commission, we get a body where we call refer partners. If an issue comes to weigh an abuse, we get with partners away we work with. We refer the matter to with partners. So that's how we handle abuses. But violations, we go head on with them because it fall within we mandate. than I just clear that side. You question again? I just missed the last point of the question.
Human rights abuse, violation. Waiting the commission don't they do in terms of that?
I don't clear that first part. For let put no distinction between the abuse and the violation. Me family just because I say for the other one, I don't say the abuse. Normally, we get a complaint desk. When you go to the commission, we get the Directorate of Complaint, Investigation and Legal Services. This directorate is responsible for receive complaints from the public. When you come with a complaint, if this complaint fall within, because there is what we call admissibility and inadmissibility. Your complaint could be admissible when it fall within within the law provide for the commission for handle. When a violation, then your complaint will become admissible. Your complaint will be inadmissible where it not fall within this limit, where sometimes are just an abuse between two private individuals. That becomes an abuse. So the commission don't handle them complaint there. We don't do very well. We don't do investigations. We units don't actually do well. We don't way actually carry complaints and go. We get complaints away. They don't care away na abuse, na violations where we don't actually get headlong on. Boku. But the case of the Sujaman, where them being dismissed, where them give them bad names, chronically ill, them give them all kind of bad name. You know, the Human Commission for going to that matter is a handle them successfully. That they pay all them benefits. There are also instances like the Bumbuna case where the policeman go kill, where they see him, when say you shoot, they see him, they targeted him, and then the commission do an inquiry, and something come out of that as well. There are several of these are just two major ones. Them. There are others. One be happens in Kenema, where one time that time doing an exclusion regime, where they go beat some EDSA workers, some BKPS workers, where the security guard them beat them. They say because they don't switch off the light by the president. Then beat them. Later on, they can't find out, say, not so it be, now they transfer them in bond. We take the matter on, and the police actually go and go apologize to the public. They take responsibility. Then go, they apologize, because put up on them, we give all the evidences we are available, make it all clear to them, and then go in a conciliation. They apologize, and then give small cola for talk, say, we're sorry. And these are the type of things we want in the community. When you get a complaint, as long as go try the commission. Go try the commission. We offices in there. We get na McKinney, we get na Waterloo, we get na Bo, we get na Kenema, we get na even Central Africa, we get na where you get your issue, whether an abuse or a violation. Go try your luck. When you go, it's obvious that the commission will come and say, if you have your violation, we go to the end of it for make sure say at least you are heard, at least you get some justice, at least your rights is protected.
Okay, we don't see the commission don't they do plenty reports in terms of in the area of where killing can take place. Is it that the commission not the work that much where would they see other killing then still they take place at different side?
Perfectly. Thank you very much. You know, one thing where in fact Mina director of training, there's one thing where even the policeman and Boku they saw me, thousands of them know me. Because when we say training, we don't conduct several trainings. Like me now, before elections, before this last election, 1 month, we did from district to district, training police officers. Where the UNDP fund them. There was another instance again, we train them on the use of firearms. All over the country, we move from one district to another district to another district, training them on the use of firearms. Because I don't say obvious, then go to and call the green card. The green card na the police, now in they explain what in your rules of engagement. The green card, they explain your rules of engagement. And in the rules of engagement, it clear say, you get a very mindful as to you go with all and so on and so forth, several of it. Even the issue of demonstrations, when you can't quell demonstrations, there are procedures, there are steps, where you there are levels, where eventually will lead you for use firearms, you know. So in this case, that is it. So we that's it.
Okay, but plenty civil society them done the poll report on this McKinney issue. Why now na last poll report?
Fine. Even when we release this report, we make it clear. We say we agree. We know people then will say we don't come late. But there is one thing we obvious. We na a commission. One of the core values na integrity. Then one of the core values integrity, and integrity is based on what you present to the public about yourself. Now they maintain your integrity. If we can't just because there's the incident happen, then we begin jump for can't give report. Then we be say we miss figures and facts. What will happen to we? It gets back for hunt we. So we make sure say we don't thoroughly investigate the matter. we don't know say what you don't put in this paper. We go always stand by and for talk and say now we talk so. Even the dots we ensure to cross with T's and dot with I's properly. So if we sit up now and talk now, we don't talk. The bottom line is we have spoken. It doesn't matter when, but the bottom line is we have spoken. And because we don't talk, we come out with the facts as they are and the figures as they are. Let person can say, they say that 6 and kill. But now the life will not 10. And then indeed, we find us in a 10 and kill. It affects with integrity. So let me could take with them for make sure, say, we information we can bring to the public. Now, actually, thorough information will cross-check the facts and the figures. They are correct and appropriate, and that anybody, staff or commissioners can stand by that report and talk, say, now we report this because the facts and the day as he really obtained. So dynamic.
Okay, continue for day with me at the studio. The Minister of Basic and Secondary School Education, David Sengedol, launched the Zero Makeshift School campaign for Salone Nakoso Chiefdom inside Napotloko district. Outside this campaign, away from make government build better school for picking them. Radio Democracy, Princess Pierce gets more and go now reports.
This opportunity for opening this school and plan plenty thank you. And for the beginning we got for Kaya this year and all the ones in the future, congratulations and thank you.
Voice of the Minister of Basic and Secondary School Education, David Senge, be dey pull the 2 district education community primary school them we plan international bill na Kase Chiefdom inside Roktenti village and Benkia village na Poloko district na do. Usai is say this initiative we plan do. They in line with the ministry in work for CC, picking them achieve quality education at the country.
In the Ministry of Education, we get about 14 what they call guiding principles. One that they call radical inclusion. The other one what they call comprehensive safety. The other one what they call quality teaching and learning. And then the final one, the universal access. I want to tell thank you to Plan and Recognize Plan. Because we and Plan, we don't do work together, not to inside the work start. We go, we launch radio program nationwide, and then they give radio, they all sign out this country. Then they suppose we go picking them, and we they come for open school back in this community.
David Senge continues to say, as part of government in plan, for address the plenty challenge them, where school picking them within at the upline parts them, they get with accommodation. Make it all launch the Zero Makeshift School campaign and SEF been promised the people them na Kase Chiefdom say it go ensure say then get senior secondary school after with the paramount chief and this chiefdom been raise this concern to them during the ceremony say this chiefdom no get senior secondary school.
I want to use this opportunity for launch waiting with they call the Zero Makeshift School campaign na Salone. That means say back for them when they in that school then we they change them back for them day. That means say the school picking them we can see them on that take the land book we go build school for them. The school then where they can build with stick there, the school then where they beat where they can build with palm body then. Over the next couple of years, all government school that we get in classroom there, we don't want them at all. And maybe we say records in inside Roktenti that they will launch that campaign then. I want to use this opportunity on behalf of President Bill and give the Kase Chiefdom Kagwanta Senior Secondary School. Where school open October 5, we begin the way being the plan for move going to other town. We don't listen to una and we don't hear una.
As they work, na for CC, picking them get quality care, better education and attention. Make the country director for Plan International, Evarist Ndayingaya say, the reason we make Plan International they continue for build school them, na different community them na the country. Na way for help vulnerable picking them get access to basic education and safe environment.
As Plan International, as community leaders, because of our determination to make sure that our vulnerable children, boys and girls, have access to basic school education in a safe and inclusive environment. This is our version of radical inclusion. Honorable Minister, a safe and inclusive environment empowers. It protects and it transforms lives. Together we can change the stories of our young people. We can only do it if we continue to give priority to basic and secondary school education in this country. Plan International is ready to partner with you, Honorable Minister, and the government of Sierra Leone to empower community and to protect our people.
As then two community I don deprive for long term for get better side for pikin them for go school. Make I been talk with some of the community people them, but wetin dem think for the new school them wey Plan International don build for them na dem community.
When the rain come or heavy wind come or this start with a fear, then the accommodation not being so good. So the sitting accommodation, the structure is a problem. So teachers them now even they bluff because when the accommodation for Pekin be decent, teachers themselves will come neat, it go come back neat. So with this, even the Pekin themselves will get a free and free fair environment.
This new building because we not be get good building. But we tell God thank you, what government so can make for this building. Yeah. So what are themselves now going they sit up at the dry place because the toilet not be get this one. You going to come, they soak there, they will say they afraid for small brothers then.
Schooling no be we no get bench, we no get fine place now, but no more we get. But now we no can make am fine. We fine, we glad for saying we be back in our school.
Then community people here end up at your Plan International and then partner them say then go make good use of the opportunity we plan don't get to them picking them and see say themselves get access to good education. For Radio Democracy, Princess Pierce the reports.
That's a big report where Princess Pierce puts together for Sika school we Plan International Salon don't go bill for people for picking them na Potloco district. And back to you, Director. Now make we talk about the recommendation where the inside this report here, so where the Human Rights Commission puts together.
Yes, in all of this, we will come out with 12 recommendations. I want to begin with the key major recommendations where I think say people out there really want to read because in all the engagements, it don't come out. One of another, therefore, investigate this incident in Makeni. We request the Sierra Leone, the joint forces, both the RSLAF and the Sierra Leone police, for investigate into this matter thoroughly and come out with an independent position and make the public know. Because the police, for example, then get the discipline code, then call them police disciplines regulations, the arrangement of the regulations, then get them. And that code they actually regulates the police them. And this code, part 3 of this code, section 8.1, the act say every police officer for them form a committee in the event to say a police officer, the fancy don't renege in duty, you don't omit in duty, you know, therefore form an independent investigation body comprised of senior police officers for investigate into the matter and report the outcome therein. So at least they will make them public. The other way, talking about section 2.4 in the talk about police duty for carry out lawful orders. So they will also investigate whether the action we happen under na be a lawful order or na be just they just think of acting that way and they act that kind of bad way. So these are 2 things we will come out with for let police investigate thoroughly. The other one way will come out with now that police therefore seize for the use bullet them at riots and at protesters, particularly where now protesters were not violent. Okay, they don't get arms and ammunition because we always careful about proportionality. How proportionate is the action of the police as against the people? You want to come in?
Okay, Director, I will join you back shortly as we go get an update from the Director of Outreach and Public Education na the Anti-Corruption Commission, where Patrick Sandy.
Yes, good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon to...
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Sandy.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sir, we understand, say, the Anti-Corruption Commission be invite 2 former ambassadors them to China during the regime where the APC government been in power, when Victor Bokarifo and Almami Petito Koroma.
Yes, you are right, but then the need for Canada Commission. But the invitation has been sent out. But I want just let humble them know say there's a write-up with on social media we therefore do with a particular account will be in China. So let me just explain. It is first of all confirmed that the Anti-Corruption Commission they look into the matter we therefore do with an account, and this account be open at the time where Ambassador Victor Fu in China as ambassador. So he opened the account for support the Ebola threat we been there. And we can understand say at the time when they opened the account, the Ministry of Finance Naya not aware about it. And the head of Chancery then now the embassy na China when UNISA Sahid Kamara now principally now the signatory, the only signatory to the account, and I did do most of the withdrawals. So the commission don't talk to them, don't interview them, and we don't put them there. Whilst we continue the investigations as we will talk to other people that were also very, very important to the investigations.
Okay, the former Vice President Victor Bokarifo and Almami P. Koroma don't report to the commission?
Not yet. As I say, the invitation don't go out. We expect Almami for come tomorrow, and then Victor Fo will come on Wednesday.
Okay, Mr. Sandy, waiting at the current situation now upon this case.
Now, they say the investigation is ongoing. We talk to people then where we feel relevant to the investigations. And one for mention that this account, as I been say, opened when Ambassador Victor Fo been there, when the former vice president. But even when he left, then Alimami Petito, Ambassador Godi, the account was still there in operation. Funds that they come in and they make the withdrawals up to the time where Ambassador Domahina don't in China. When this thing don't come up, he not aware at all that this kind of account exists, and it was not officially made known to him. So the investigation is ongoing, and we are talking to people. These are the very beginnings of the investigations. So I think, say, waiting so far, we're able to tell the public now that as I don't start initially, we are doing these investigations, and the investigation is ongoing. The people that who don't invite, tomorrow, Alimami Petito Koroma go in, and then also the former vice president go in on Wednesday. Whilst, as I say, we don't already talk or interview UNISA Said Kamara, we now be the head of Chancery then, and also we the records they show say he do most of the withdrawals because he was the principal and sole signatory.
From waiting una don't begin get from the one way una don't talk to, this matter so una go charge and go court?
Well, that's always the case in the sense that when we investigate, when we don't get evidence we meet the threshold, then we go to court. But at this stage, we are just at this, if you like, at the initial stages of the investigation. But you know, that's always the process. When the investigation is concluded, we'll come to the public and tell them we have concluded this investigation and that we are going this way. What the findings are with our investigations, we'll let the public know. So, for say, at this stage, I will say we are going to court, it will be premature on your part. What I can say safely is that the investigations, the ongoing, we are at the very initial stages of it, but then once we are complete, the public will be informed accordingly.
So how soon we go see that una end this investigation?
Oh, yes, I know say this is always the question where they come, how soon? You see, we know you want for attach timelines to investigations, particularly this one way with the CC, it gets an international aspect to it. However, the commission always assure members of the public that we will try for complete this investigation in record time. But again, we therefore be mindful of the processes we will be involved so that we will do justice to everything whatsoever. So at the end of the day, if we have to go to court, everything will be need for dot with I's and cross with T's. We have done that, and they will be satisfied.
Okay, plenty. Thank you to you, Mr. Patrick Sandy, Director of Outreach and Public Education at the Anti-Corruption Commission. We will give you updates on the investigation where they do for SECA 2 former ambassador them to China, winner Victor Bokarifo and Almami Petito Koroma. The program is still a listen to on midday show and it come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Back to you, Director. Assuming they tell we about the findings.
Yes.
About the recommendations.
Yes, recommendations, exactly. We report also call for the central government for support the municipality for conduct an institutional capacity audit for at least make sure, say, the issues of administrative challenges are addressed. May them try for institute capacity audit. That we talk there. We ask against the police, then for seize, for co-opt the military at every opportunity we can get for handling kind of a riot there. May them seize, at least may them try for, and we also recommend that the government for make sure they put enough gears, enough protective gears for quail down riots. Because you don't go quail down riots of 1,000 youths and just on 100 or 50, we're not going to be overpowered. If we don't get appropriate riot gears, like what you take rubber bullets, tear gas canisters, then water cannons, then one and they all, then they help the police them. So they ask for the government ensure say they give them put enough of them gears then they for make sure say then also they ask government for bear the medical cost for all the injured victims in this situation. Would ask government for bear all the cost for the medical cost of all the victims we find themselves in this trouble, and that also both central and local government for do more for open up communication lines, then for they talk to themselves, then for they engage themselves more often and frequently on issues with pertain governance. Because down there back now local governance, it's central governance, they all now one aim they get. So at least let them open up that communication line for them they engage themselves regularly, often and again, for address issues we need public attention. So at least they will aware and then get back into constituency and let them know what the central government intend for do. So they go avoid all the embarrassing. Then lastly, we say law enforcement officials then for do ya with the big them. Make them try for recruit people them. We get rid of high moral standing. Because most of the police that they recruit now, some of them, now them they work get them backyard area now we place the way something, we don't know them for thief. Then all of a sudden you can't see this person here, you all gone. Then you be not responsible person and be massive man in the area. But just because of some affiliation or something, they can recruit them. We they beg them. Men and they go to the communities, they ask them people and they ask the community members them, but they put in characters them. Men they tell them. So then we recruit people the way at least get better moral standing. Not just recruit 50 because you want to recruit because they're a party loyalist or something. No. We they ask men they recruit people them we get better moral standing. These are some of the recommendations the way we come out with. Plenty now up to 12 as I been say.
Okay.
But these are the key one away I give for the sake of time. At least I don't give more than half of them. And I think say lastly, we ask the Independent Police Complaint Board because they're in charge with this responsibility for them for institute an independent investigation. Because if they institute their own investigation, SFB institute their own, ASLAF institute their own, all the report and if they come up together, make them public, the people then will look at them and assess them and relate them to what Human Rights Commission don't pull out, to what civil society don't pull out. Then they will know whether indeed naturally they talk on a line in the line. They would ask, then findings them, the outcome of the investigations, may they make them public, let people know, and let people feel satisfied.
Okay, plenty. Thank you to the Director of Communication, Education and Training for the Human Rights Commission, winner Richard Bayo. I mean, they also for can talk about a report where them police behind them for security may happen na Makeni. As time done between, Naya, this program midday show go left you for today. Plenty thank you to me producer Alex Lawrence Koroma, my executive producer Michael Sambola, and to my technical team Moses Kavora and DJ Cliff for the technical support. May we bring to you the program this afternoon. Me and Theodore Arena, they say have a blessed day.